Welcome to the New Normal Podcast. I want to tell everybody thank y'all for tuning in. If you're watching today, we're going to be talking about social engineering from music to hip hop to movies to religion. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff today when it comes to social engineering. If you're just not coming in the building, y'all make sure y'all like the video, share the video, make sure you subscribe to all social media platforms, the New Normal Podcast. Give us a like and make sure you give us a share. Tell everybody about your auntie, your granny, your daddy, your uncle, your side nigga, your boyfriend, your husband, your two or three, four, about five baby daddies. Tell everybody about us, and like I said, we just in here finna talk about social engineering today. I feel pretty good, even though I'm hungry as hell. I think I need to eat. I'm a little lightheaded today, but I think it's because I've been working out on 2 days again. How you feeling?
You back active. Outrage Wednesday is gonna be very good today. We got some substance filled content because people need to know this. I think, like I said, we're not in a state of urgency yet to where people are really paying attention to what is going on and what has happened. And a lot of cases, I don't even think they truly care. But I think, like I said, some of this content is very interesting that when you just hear it and you hear it from the horse's mouth. So, and I've been talking about social engineering for a few years now. Probably I started talking about this back in 2016, 2017. And people are not aware that they have been engineered to behave a certain way. They think their thoughts and desires are of their own. I want the Louis bag because I like it. No, you talk to like it. I want the J's. No, you was taught to like it. I want this. I want this. To where people say, if you got green text messages, I won't talk to you. You
Right.
think that's on your own thought? Or
Nope.
that's on your own will? You've been taught to think this foolishness. But the top three ways that I would say, and most would agree to, that social engineering is used in is religion, education, music, and entertainment. I wouldn't say music, but just entertainment, but mostly religion and education. And you end up looking at a society and thinking, well, how did we get here? We just didn't get here. It was designed for us to get here.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, with even the green, I'll be thinking about that because I'll be like, I want to do people not respond to my messages sometimes because they see the green.
That's
Because I got
fair.
an Android, but it's like that don't stop us from communicating.
And it's insane the stuff
That is crazy. Like just thinking about it, because I never would. When I had an iPhone, I seen people with green messages. I ain't never think nothing of it. But also, I ain't like the rest of these people that's all worded. So I ain't talking about the
Oh yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I was Team Android for a long time, and I said, well, people, I mean, you need to get an iPhone. You need to get an iPhone. And I just looked at the system. And I'm like, okay, it is smoother. The features, the camera, stuff
But
like
that's
that.
how people get caught cheating though too.
With iPhone.
Yeah, if you
Oh
like
yeah, the
on that.
tech, the iCloud, and all that.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
everything connected, iPhone, iPad, MacBook, all of that.
I think
So
if you're gonna get caught cheating, you're gonna get caught cheating anyway because you're stupid.
yeah, maybe.
Unless you're gonna get you a throwaway phone and you throw that bitch in the trash can every day, or keep it in a bag of Cheetos in the bushes.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't think people truly understand like your wants, desires, and how you operate. I'm gonna tell you, like I get up early, right? Now
Mhm.
I like that 4 to 6 a.m. I go outside
Mhm.
and now I see people, you could tell they rushing.
Yeah.
It's this scrambling. You could tell they doing this every day. They spinning the block, super hard and all of this. And it's like it's this hamster wheel, and I gotta go get it. I gotta pay this bill. I gotta do this. And it's just this repetitive cycle. And then you look up, your ass fall dead.
Right. And just thinking about that, remember we was talking about that dude that worked was at the fast food restaurant, worked like 20 something years and got like
Yeah.
got like a basket, a
Gave
fruit
him a
basket.
$200 gift basket with some candy, a card. What?
You done slaved your life away here, and you can only give me that.
Because
When the CEO just made $17 million that year.
yeah, like I said, we haven't gotten into this, but even like restaurant culture now, it's been infiltrated. It's
Right.
all influencer based. Hey, if this people saying I ain't going to Cheesecake Factory because I can't put it on my Instagram.
Right.
People saying I can't go here because I can't put it on my Instagram. And now they saying, well, you got to tip everything.
Yeah, I seen we was talking about club culture the other day. Then I just seen somebody in Atlanta talking about the club culture is trash. They all the same. They got a dance floor, everybody on their phone. They want you to buy sections, hookahs, the
Yep.
sparklers, and the bottles. So a lot of people are getting to the point now they don't even like the club culture, but the club culture to me has been there for a minute. I just think people are starting to realize it and they're not getting excuse me, they're not getting what they used to get out of the club culture. And the reason I say that, it's like us, our generation, we still remember a time where you go to the club, they had a dance floor. And you was actually mingling with the chicks. Now you was getting on some ass, girls was twerking. It wasn't all this, brokey by Lotto. It was actually, we had twerk music and dance music. They was playing slow music. You get on a chick, you could feel on her. It was real interaction. Now it's like, I'm trying to flex. I'm trying to stunt.
I see people in the club with doing this and have like a banner going across there. I'm like, where you got that shit from?
Right.
Like, what is that? And it'll have, whatever message, I'm balling or you broke or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dog. But I think now people are calibrated different. So this new generation are going there, and that's cool to them. To them, they didn't turn up because they didn't Instagram the whole night. They didn't Snapchat the whole night and showed the bodies and showed the girls dancing on each other. To them, that's their form of entertainment.
Yeah, like I said, I don't get it. I don't understand why you would go to the club to just sit on your phone and whatnot. That's a weird thing to do, but people do it. People do it.
We're gonna get into some of these videos. Like I said, we're gonna have some more lengthy videos to really get this information that they breaking down. And once you hear it and go back and research and double back, because I always say, don't believe me. Just go do your own research.
Right.
I could tell you anything.
So where you want to start today?
We're gonna start with the number one culprit. I ain't gonna say the culprit, but the first tool of engineering and conditioning, which is religion.
Engineering, brothers and sisters, is to determine and predict your behavior. So that means that all the social engineers have to do, all the social scientists have to do, all the programmers have to do is write down some stuff and tell you it's from God. And they control your life. Why? Because, as the text says, we have become so well adjusted to this culture.
That's good. That's crazy, but I'm glad that we have a pastor in the church actually saying that.
Again, people go to like I said, you look at this church experience, everything, and I'm like, when did God get on social media?
Right.
I don't even think people predicted social media to even be a thing in the 90s. Like, so you got this brand new apparatus and it's so used and you can use it so many different ways. But I seen another, I think it was Juanita Bynum. She was calling the person out in the church about snapping pictures. He said, see, this is why you got to be invited. And they like, you got to be invited to come to church. But I done been in funerals, dog, and have people recording it. And I done seen it online. They're taking pictures and videos of the funeral. They're that indoctrinated and conditioned to put everything on social media. But going back to what he said, you're well adjusted now. Think about this. You're well adjusted to what? You think you're doing what you're doing because this is how it's supposed to go, or this how they wanted to go?
So let me ask you something. Do you think us even going to church that's part of social engineering?
Yeah, absolutely. Because who introduced you to Christianity in the first place?
I agree. Like I said, when I think about it, that's why in the Bible it says, train up a child up in the way you go that they may never depart.
Yeah.
That kind of is synonymous with Willie Lynch letter too.
I seen a post. It said, it's crazy how you will believe a lie without no proof, but call the truth a lie with endless evidence. Something to that degree. Basically saying, you ain't seen no evidence that this true, but you'll believe it wholeheartedly. But I'll show you all the proof to show this what it is, and you will say that's true, that's false.
Well, if the lie is more entertaining than the truth, I'm gonna believe what's more entertaining. And that's not for us of higher cognitive ability, but other motherfuckers that watch baddies, fight videos all day. Got spaces on Twitter where thousands of women talking about how they got to fight and who baby daddy this and how early such and such got their cherry popped and how many baby daddies and kids they got. Us, we're gonna think a little bit different, a little bit more higher functioning than most people.
Yeah,
people doped up on drugs, TV, sex.
And that's one thing I forgot to put in there, but we may get into it on another day. The food.
Yeah.
Like, and they was talking about how food ingredients change. You look at prices and all of that from McDonald's to Kellogg's, you know, and bananas, you know, saying got potassium, and they saying, well, it really don't.
Mhm.
Or, you know, Kellogg's having all these you know, chemicals in it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like I said, it's so much chemical consumption that we just don't consider.
Right.
You know, from your hair products, your cologne, deodorants, perms, especially hair products, cosmetics for women.
But did you see they recently a couple months ago talking about it was like, you know how they do the thing on the screen on TV. If you've been a victim of this,
Oh,
and you
yeah, them
use this
claims.
product, well, they had a claim too about a hair perm.
Yep.
Somebody caused cancer. They just had, when I just heard it on the radio maybe a couple months ago.
Yeah, they linking a lot of scent weave. They linking a lot of that to a lot of issues and health issues that women deal with.
Right.
But the woman will hear this, see the proof, and say, "I don't give a damn. I want to look like this Instagram model."
Well, you already know people ain't gonna give a damn about that, because they say beauty is pain. So that's why they go under the knife.
Yeah.
Why they get their face reconstructed, body reconstructed, titties reconstructed, and they have to go through all of this painful, you know, recovery time. Even so much so they put their bodies through being addicted to pain medication. I've seen so many videos coming up now where women talking about they got addicted to the pain medication, just recovering from all the pain and the sutures and, you know, the body augmentation.
It's crazy.
Just think about that. So now we done told people, because right now we had Chris Rock make that movie, Good Hair. I think it was called Good Hair. And he was talking about something like that in the movie, if I'm not mistaken, about how it caused cancer and stuff like that. And now all of a sudden we got people having class action suits against these perm companies. But then when people was telling black women, hey, y'all are beautiful the way that y'all look, y'all hair, we like y'all natural with the woo, they come back and tell us, y'all don't like us natural, y'all be liking Instagram models. So that's social engineering. Y'all think we like what we see because that's a fantasy, a fetish. But the social aspect of it got y'all thinking we want that in reality.
And I'm gonna tell you what, and this is what, so I guess they're saying this is Men's Health Month, but this also Pride Month.
But
I saw a video of a guy, you know, it was a white guy. I guess he was like a minister. He had some type of ministry. You know, they go out with a speaker preaching Jesus. He went to a gay rally, you know, LGBTQIA rally, and he's preaching about God. And they called the police on him. Well, you know, you can go, it's a public place. You can't tell him I can't come to a public, you know, spot. So he, you know, preaching God, got the mic. So these people confront him, liberals, the whoever from the community, and the police came. And, you know, they educate him and say, well, he got the right to defend me. And, you know, he thanked him and say, you know, I appreciate, you know, can I pray for you? The police saying, no, not right now. So imagine how that message is conveyed to where they trying to dumb down to where it's also a war against God and religion, especially Christianity now. They saying you can't pray in the school, you can't pray at work. They remove, like, why would you? Well, let's take prayer out of school. Think about the thought, because they got to come from higher up. Why you telling us take prayer out of school?
And you gotta think about this. Even in other societies, like Muslim societies, that's why I say, like, that's why you don't see some. Now, some you have some radicals, and then some you have some that's where, like, Dubai and stuff, where they virtually have no crime. But their religion is also used in their society. Well, we're quote unquote supposed to get our laws from the Bible, but people don't live by the laws in the world from the Bible and stuff. So, like, even taking prayer out of school is crazy. And one of the arguments was, what if I got a Muslim kid? They don't believe in Christianity. They don't pray to the same God. So now we're trying to conform and make everybody feel comfortable. That's why I say America gonna go down there as one of the stupidest social experiments ever, because quote unquote melting pot is a dumb idea. You got so many cultures, races, ideologies, sexualities trying to put in this one pot where everybody ain't gonna mesh together. That's why you have to have a societal norm for everybody.
But again, they'll take that out and say, well, the Muslim may feel isolated or alienated, but we gonna push this pride flag, and ain't none of us subscribe to this, and let's say none of us believe in it, but you pushing on us as a whole.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, like I said,
and it's crazy that we got something like a Pride Month where you telling us your sexuality. You got a whole month to just tell us you a man that like dick and you're a woman that like pussy. Like, or you call yourself ambiguous, or today you like vagina, tomorrow you like these weird things. Now you got these people that we see these videos out here now where people think they cats and horse competitions and stuff. Like, where does it stop? And see, this is the slippery slope that men typically hedge against, because I know once you get that ball going, like we see it on the cartoon, when that snowball start and get down to the bottom of the hill, it's a big fucking snowball that you can't stop.
Yeah.
And so now we at that point now, it's like, well, nigga, we gave you gay marriage. Like, god damn, come on, what else you need?
Yeah, it's crazy like that. It's acknowledging. You see, the males, all these, the NFL. I think they got a ad or a commercial.
I posted it on the
NFL is gay.
Right. I posted it on our Instagram page. Go look at our New Normal Podcast 20 or 21. The Instagram, probably need to change the name. But I posted it, and I was taken aback by it because I've been seeing a lot of players, NFL players, coming out speaking against it. Aaron Rodgers, what's the black quarterback?
Dez Bryant, I want to say.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, we've been having a lot of these guys speaking against it. And you got to think about it. Why would you put Men's Health Month in the same one as Pride? Because you're trying to feminize men.
And then you got Juneteenth that's, embedded in this as well. Right. Like, so all that get clouded and get muted. All because Pride Month is loud, the rainbow colors, all these people, these parades. So Men's Mental Awareness Month, all that go under the radar. Juneteenth, it go under the radar, and you seeing all these ads. And I think the hockey league, NHL, they was trying to push that. They wasn't with it. Yeah. They band together. Yeah, but all of them said, nah, we ain't doing that. Yeah. And I think that's we just go along to get a check, especially the NBA.
And it's crazy that we have a whole month of Black history.
Yeah.
And the amount of videos that I have seen since Pride Month has started of niggas in the park, niggas on the block in Bed-Stuy, niggas parading and sashaying and parades and all of this stuff was a bunch of black people. But soon as Black history come around, you don't see none of that.
Yeah.
They'll rather go and celebrate Cinco de Mayo and call themselves Jorge instead of doing something for Black History Month. This is crazy. I can't think of no Black history parades or things that they do around the city, but our mayor came out and said, hey,
we're with you.
We're with you.
You don't give a damn about who you want to fuck. What are we talking about?
What does that even do for society? Who you wake up to does nothing for society, period. But y'all continue to tell us, why do you even lead like that? Hi, my name's Cedric and I'm gay. Like, why would I lead with that?
Crazy.
We get to the point where this society is not merit-based. We don't base people on what they've accomplished, what they've done, how they push society forward, how they make sure they take care of their family and their children and stuff like that. It's always some weirdo stuff. And this is how America, they got too high on the hog, or we didn't got too lackadaisical, because we don't have real stuff. We ain't getting, you gotta think about like Gaza. They were showing a video. I just watched the video of Gaza October 7th before they started the bombing to now. There ain't no Gaza no more.
And they'll wipe that boy off the map.
It ain't no God. Ain't nothing come. And when Trump said y'all ain't got nothing to go home to, ain't nothing to go home to. So you over there. You ain't got time to worry about being gay. I'm dodging bullets. I'm dodging bombs. I'm dodging drones. We dodging a lot of shit. I ain't got time to be trying to worry about if I got to dodge a dick or not. So it's crazy. That's why I say America. We literally had people upset about a bathroom. Just go to the bathroom, and if you're trans, this is some real shit. If you're trans and you're passing, just go to the woman's bathroom. Ain't nobody gonna stop you, because if you look like a girl, ain't nobody. We going to the bathroom to piss and shit, for the most part.
And this is campaign. Thank you, Barack Obama.
Right.
We're gonna get into that, because that's another set. We're gonna push the show forward. We'll get it down on a later date. And like I said, we want to further unravel these layers, because now we're gonna get into. I forgot these women's name, but this is an older video. This may be like 90s, I want to say, but they're gonna break down how education, the work, and I think they're gonna date all the way back to literature that goes back to 1934. Okay, we're gonna play a video. It's a longer video, so y'all bear with us.
Ever did this? Why would a plan like that be allowed to be carried out?
That's right.
Well, then you have to go back to 1934, which I will do, and we have to go to the three-pronged fork, okay? So I do think that the watershed year, although you can go back to the early part of the century when the Rockefeller Foundation and the Carnegie Corporation were deeply involved in education, and that it was decided that
We're missing a little chunk of that from the beginning. What you cut it?
I just put what you put on there.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's what-
1 second, folks.
Okay, you're saying they're brainwashing. Okay, you're saying
That's how it should start off right there.
brainwashing is using the Department of Education.
Yeah, I just put what you put on there.
It's a 2-minute 52 video. Should be 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
I don't see no 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I like them long videos, 252 and the other one 255.
You know, when I downloaded, let me see. So I just downloaded from what you got. It said 251 and 255, but let's see what the other one say.
I'm saying when it got 252 on that one.
It don't say the time.
Oh,
I just downloaded from my
Carnegie
phone
would deal
to
with the
phone.
international part and Rockefeller domestic. So they commissioned the American Historical Association.
Just play
you gonna
on
play
your
it?
phone. Yeah.
I'm gonna play it from the phone so y'all can listen to what she's saying.
And by that time, I go to play it from the rest of the video.
To move a, okay, you're saying they're brainwashing. Okay, you're saying these people that are experts in brainwashing is using the Department of Education to brainwash our children. Yes. What are they after? Why are they doing it?
Well, if you want to move a country from a free individualistic economy,
Which we have.
yes, or had,
Or had. Okay.
to a planned economy, you have to do it through the schools. You have to dumb down and brainwash, change the attitudes and values. You have to completely, social engineering has to go on constantly. And many teachers know what I'm talking about. And people are going to say, well, when did this start? And who on earth ever did this? Why would a plan like that be allowed to be carried out?
That's right.
Well, then you have to go back to 1934, which I will do, and we have to go to the three-pronged fork. Okay.
Okay, you can start from there.
Put together a study of the social. To move a.
Okay. You're saying they're brainwashing. Okay, you're saying these people that are experts in brainwashing is using the Department of Education to brainwash our children.
Yes.
Oh, that's it,
What
right
are they after? Why are they doing it?
Well, if you want to move a country from a free individualistic economy,
Which we have.
yes, or had,
Or had. Okay.
to a planned economy, you have to do it through the schools. You have to dumb down and brainwash, change the attitudes and values. You have to completely, social engineering has to go on constantly. And many teachers know what I'm talking about. And people are going to say, well, when did this start? And who on earth ever did this? Why would a plan like that be allowed to be carried out?
That's right.
Well, then you have to go back to 1934, which I will do, and we have to go to the three-pronged fork, okay? So I do think that the watershed year, although you can go back to the early part of the century when the Rockefeller Foundation and the Carnegie Corporation were deeply involved in education, and that it was decided then that Carnegie would deal with the international part and Rockefeller domestic. So they commissioned the American Historical Association to put together a study of the social studies, and they came up with lots of volumes, but I have one little volume, Conclusions and Recommendations for the Social Studies. And basically that little one is an original book. I wish I'd brought it with me. Too bad. But I don't even dare let it out of the house. It's so important. It called for changing the United States through the schools from a free individualistic economy to a socialist, collectivized, planned economy in the New World Order.
It says that in the book.
Yes,
And that book was written when?
in 1934.
By who?
It was the Carnegie Corporation paid for it. The American Historical Association put it together. And
Can people get that book in the library?
no,
No.
they can't. They were very instrumental in getting the Elementary and Secondary Education Act passed, which, as I said before, changed education from knowledge, content-based, academic, to performance-based behavior, And from that time on, because that was necessary for what we're looking at now with school to work agenda is the planned economy is performance-based.
So they're training workers.
They're training
not
little
thinkers,
worker
not
bees.
leaders.
Exactly. At that time, you had a general, Buck Chisholm, a Canadian general psychiatrist, who was a very close friend of Alger Hiss's. And he gave a speech in 1945 to the World Health Organization, which basically recommended getting rid of the conscience.
Wow.
Yes. And he said we would do it through the schools. We would retrain the teachers.
And you gotta think about this. Y'all make sure y'all like the video, make sure y'all share the video, and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. But just think about this. The World Health Organization. We just had COVID. We see how that went, how much they were wrong, how the advice they gave killed a lot of people. And we got these 100-year-old agencies still running the show today, and they ain't letting up.
No.
This is crazy. Just when you talk about like prison, a pipeline, and they were showing the videos and the pictures of what schools look like, what prisons look like. I seen Dr. Umar talk about the other day. He was saying the food that they have is just leftover prison food that they feed to your children. This is scary to say that they indoctrinating our children to either go to work or go to prison.
This is one of the reasons why the mayor was removed, because the woman is easily influenced. And that's why you're seeing a lot of content will say the CIA done his job with our women.
Oh, yeah.
The women are just uber, like the rebellion now is just off the charts. It's almost the way you got, I don't like when you have movements like Passport Bros, MGTOW, Red Pill, all of these, again, and people don't like Fresh and Fit, but I like them. That's the first platform I seen a Sudanese Arab, Barbadian black man, Anglo-Saxon white man, what's my guy? Rational Mayor. Rollo Tomasi. They had like a Asian guy. This is, you talking a panel of about 8 men, all different races and nationalities and age, coming to a table to talk about women here. You never seen this.
Right.
So you gonna tell me this don't make your antennas go up? You got all these men of different that would never even think about coming together to talk about this type of shit. Coming together, sitting at a round table debating women's behavior and mindsets and what has been done to the family. And women will sit back and say, well, it's this and you need to be this and this. That's why, like I said, these tools that's been used, they're recalibrated every so many years. Okay, well, we can put it on TikTok. Oh, they're using TikTok. Okay, put that shit on TikTok. Again, I say you get on Instagram as a male or Facebook, what you see being blue chews and gambling.
And what I say about that, with even the blue chews.
Blue chews and gambling.
Y'all make niggas so effeminate, not horny. Like you put it in the food, but now you still need them to be sexed up at the same time to get their dick hard. Like, what's going on? Well,
go back to what she said. She said this goes back to 1934, and she asked, "Is this book in the library?" Because you know they got this narrative where you want to hide something from a black person or a dumb person, put it in the book. But she said you can't even get that book in the library.
But just think about where we're going now. This is the age of information, but most of all that information come from what somebody can control it, like Google, Bing, whatever your search engines are. It's gonna get to the point where nobody's gonna read. Libraries are gonna be obsolete. All of these books and stuff like that we have, they're gonna really, we're coming into the age of a book burning. This is it. This is a typical book burning. And like I said, when she said, "Oh, you can't get this book," it's gonna be a lot of books that you can't get. But I know what some books you can go get. Some books about gender that your kids can read and stuff like that in the school system. Chopping their Peter Waggers and their cooches off and doing all crazy stuff and talk about sexual acts and what's going on. Like, this is, like I said, the indoctrination and the stuff that we fight for, and the people. Like, it's sometimes I be taken aback, flustered almost. Like, like my mouth drops in awe to how easily people could just be manipulated. It's scary. Like us talking about pride and pushing back on pride. Like we're gonna be real. There has always been gay people.
Yeah.
Why do we need to know? Why do you push it? Why does every movie got to be there? Why does it have to be in our face the way that it does? And I know a lot of people like to say, well, the only reason you're speaking against it because you don't believe in that lifestyle. But like I said, you got parental advisor because Uncle Luke was out there having women twerking, and people still thought it's not appropriate for children to be watching.
And then they had this, like I said, it's always these. And if you look at a lot of the stories that come out where it's involving black women, it's always this sense. Well, she was manipulated. She was this. She was that. She always. But we're telling you being manipulated.
Right.
But you saying you're not because you're the smart agenda. Which, how is that so if you're clearly being manipulated all the time? Right. Secondly, what she said about the school to work to where we're training workers. You're not really, you're not gonna be no independent thinker. You're gonna go into this, this job center, and you're gonna do the work till we don't need you to do it no more. And then we're gonna get your ass up out of here. And now you got automation coming in.
All right.
So now, like I said, 1934 to now, we have underestimated. We've underestimated our enemy in thinking that we're equal. They came out with these campaigns or we're equal. No, we're not. Yeah. These people got 100-year plan for you, 200-year plan.
I think we got people. When you think about, just think about this. We're gonna go deeper with it. Just think about shit like Masonic lodges and shit.
Yeah,
been around hundreds, thousands of years. Secret societies where they've had plans and they've been having people. Hey, I'm gonna teach you this. I might not get to see it, and people don't understand how long certain plans actually take to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
Some people put into place certain things, and that's why I say in the Bible, say, train a child in the way that he go, that they may never depart from. So if I teach this, when they talk about racism, it's embedded in a lot of people. A lot of people have been taught racism. That's why it's perpetuated and keep going. So when you think about certain things like wine, there are certain wines that people will make today, and they would never get a chance to taste it. They literally, the wine does not get uncorked exactly 100 years from creation date. Yeah. Everybody in that damn company, when that wine gets made, is dead.
Yeah.
So when you just think about something simple as wine, you mean to tell me you don't think these agendas that people have out here, they not 100, 200, 300-year plans? Well, we got the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, we got all of the Medici, we got all of these families that keep going and keep going and keep going. And they, like I said, they're not gonna let up. Because I got this power. Why would I ever let up and let you think you can come?
Power will never be given. You only take it.
Yeah, you got
to take power. There's not gonna be given to you. Like, we ain't empowered. If you got some power that was given to you, it's a reason why it was given to you. If you got sexual liberated or all this empowerment, you didn't take it. It was given to you for a reason.
All right, and you got to think about this too. Another reason why they give a lot of women the power over the family, because it takes a lot of the masculinity mindset away. Like, you got to think about, men believe in dying for something.
Mm-hmm.
I die for a cause. Men believe in valor and going to war, and it's a badge of honor to die for your country, something that you believe in. That's the issue and the difference between men and women. Women do not believe in dying for a cause.
They believe in doing anything to survive.
Yeah. So that's why, like I said, if somebody came in right now and took our women, the first thing they gonna do is get the fucking.
Yeah.
Ain't no, you can't have my body. Ain't none of that. It's about survival. It's not even about dying. Like, some people, you gotta ask yourself this. I would rather die than somebody take anything like my body from me, because it's the only thing that I know I have.
Yeah.
Well, we have women now say they the smartest people 1 minute, and then you have Cassie on trial talking about, hey, I was manipulated, I was beat up, and all this. And then you see a video, you're like, what, the videos out there? Yeah, that was another day at work. That's another day at work. You know how many women would actually sign up to be in Cassie's position to drive Rolls Royces, have a house paid for? Yeah, I got to take a black eye here or there, but shit, my life's set.
Yeah.
I wake up when I want to, have crazy sex when I want to.
It's all about this. Like I said, now in the desire for this money that I see with women, everything is about money. I'm seeing chicks make a video saying she talking to a guy, he want to see her hair. Are you gonna pay for it? If you saying you tell a man you're going to get your nails done and he don't chip in on it, right. Like, this decadent desire for money, for bullshit, is off the charts. And this lets you know there's no real loyalty there, because once the benefit gone, so is the relationship.
And that's what I was trying to get to too, about why the masculinity being dead, because women don't believe in dying for something. Now the men ain't gonna die for that.
Yeah.
Because they got a feminine mindset, a feminine personality. They don't believe in standing on nothing or standing on business. Because, like I said, you've been seeing your mama. Like I said, if times get hard, you done seen her swing that door a couple times. Niggas come through there.
You got
So
yeah.
it's scary to know what's coming down the pipeline. And like I said, we are people that watch these videos, read up on it, and our observable reality.
Yeah.
I done been at Walmart where they didn't got the shoe now. I done been at Walmart seeing a black woman with 5 or 6 kids, and the little boy really ain't doing that. He just veered from the basket. Get your black ass back over here before I beat your motherfucking ass. Like you're talking to your son like this in public, and this is okay. Yeah. And you wonder why it's hard for us to get a lot of men on board, because a lot of these niggas are scared of women, and the women have been controlling the household. And you got to understand that's not the order of things. Men are supposed to be over women. Like and we say this, but this is not even just a candid shit. I can kill you with my bare hands. That sounds crazy, but I'm fearful of somebody that I'm about 10 times stronger than, that I can kill with my bare hands.
It's classism, dog, and the black man has been dumbed down to be looked at as the weakest and the most toxic. You know, you got toxic masculinity. These are propaganda campaigns. Right. You got to make sure you understand what a propaganda campaign is. You got toxic masculinity. You had the Me Too movement riding the back, which is riding the back off feminism and all of this stuff. To where these campaigns that you find out, you got women saying, I'd rather be in the woods with a bear than a man.
Right.
A bear finna eat your ass alive. You ain't got no chance. You don't have a chance against a 16-year-old boy. You think you got a chance against a 600-pound Kodiak bear?
Well, especially like I said, even with the man, most of the time you just gonna get fucked. You ain't gonna get killed. Like a bear will kill you. Like
you gonna, it ain't gonna kill. It's gonna eat you.
That, but I don't even understand. Like, do you know? Like they got like 6-inch nails on their hand. Like a one swipe, just like
shit knocking your head off.
Can decapitate you. Like. Yeah. I don't understand. Like you at least got a somewhat of a fighting chance with a male. With a bear,
it's OV.
It's over.
So, like I said, these propaganda campaigns that they've been pushing, which, like I said, with the rap music and the I don't need no man, all of this type of shit. But I think, like I said, women, they know who to. It's code switching, because I like I said, we'll get into when we get into our interracial relationship segment. I seen a few videos of black women talking about how they'll experience dating white men, to where they gotta hide from the parents, and the boyfriend, you know, saying the N-word, and she like, nah, I don't like that, but you talking to him nice, like, babe, why you doing this? But if it's a black man, you fighting them. We see women swinging off and going in the pockets.
Well,
but let's
go ahead.
Now I want to get into this next video, because this one is really going to, because this is, I think, is the entertainment part of this. Is where most of our time goes. You know, we go to work, but we go to work in school like unconsciously.
Yeah,
we at work, but we still on the phone. So we there, but we ain't there. Or we may work 3 hours out of 8-hour shift, because we didn't been there so long. We know how to walk around and make it look like we doing shit when we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
So we there, but we ain't there. But where we are, when we being entertained, when we drinking, smoking in the club, we there 100%.
Yeah.
But this gonna break it down, and you'll see this and hear this from the horse's mouth.
The government at the time spent, quote, big money, serious money, on this covert operation destined to further division and corrupt the American youth to nihilist, anti-establishment, and anti-American ideologies.
I don't know why it's
He
catching in the
explained in
middle of
let it play, because it might do the same thing as the other one.
Did you go out?
I think what it did, it just started at a different place. So just let it play.
Half-hour interview broadcast on national television.
Okay.
Famous hip-hop songs of the legendary hip-hop outfit NWA were even scripted by a team of psychologists and war propagandists of the CIA. F the police, and when I'm called off, I got a sawed off, squeeze the trigger, and bodies are hauled off, and other nihilist and anti-establishment lyrics were intended to unleash a wave of cynicism towards authorities, promote the use of heavy drugs, and entice the youth with revolutionary counter-establishment ideas. The retired CIA agent claims the social engineering maneuver was extremely successful. Quote, "We understood at the time that music was a powerful means of propaganda to reach the youth," explained the 77-year-old man. "Our mission was to use teenage angst to our advantage and turn Generation X into a decadent, pro-drug, and anti-establishment culture that would create uprisings and further division within society. We even infiltrated mainstream radio to promote their music and reach millions of people every day," he admitted, visibly proud of the accomplishment. For many of us in the CIA, infiltrating the 1980s hip-hop scene was one of the CIA's most successful experiments of propaganda to date, he acknowledged during the interview. The retired CIA agent, who was granted a Russian residence permit in 2011, also claimed Lior Cohen, commonly known as the tall Israeli who runs hip-hop, is a CIA asset. "When it comes to engineering culture, no one touches Lior Cohen," Homestead admitted. He ended up promoting rappers such as Jay-Z and Kanye West, and more recently brought Migos and Young Thug to prominence. Some experts openly admit hip-hop nihilism, which was expressed in the use of harder, more self-destructive drugs like heroin, cocaine, and methamphetamine, pushed United States President Richard Nixon into the war on drugs, a campaign of prohibition of drugs and foreign military intervention, with the stated aim being to define and reduce the illegal drug trade within America and around the world.
See if we kick it from the beginning. 'Cause like I said,
The CIA was behind the creation of the 1980s hip-hop scene and financed major hip-hop acts including NWA, Africa Bambaataa, and Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. The government at the time spent, quote, "big money, serious money," on this covert operation destined to further division and corrupt the American youth to nihilist, anti-establishment, and anti-American ideologies, he explained in a half-hour interview broadcast on national television. Famous hip-hop songs of the legendary hip-hop outfit NWA were even scripted by a team of psychologists and war propagandists of the CIA. "F the Police" and "When I'm called off, I got a sawed off," "Squeeze the Trigger," and "Bodies are hauled off," and other nihilist and anti-establishment lyrics were intended to unleash a wave of cynicism towards authorities, promote the use of heavy drugs, and entice the youth with revolutionary counter-establishment ideas.
Keep playing.
The retired CIA agent claims the social engineering.
Yeah, because we heard, and like I said, listening, when you listen to that in its entirety, you got to ask, when you listen to our music, we're so free to say, I can kill this nigga, shoot this a hoe, that. But if I say Jew, or if I say, something like that, now I'm anti-Semitic.
Oh, you see what they did with Michael Jackson when he started talking about him?
Yeah, you
got him out of here.
Kyrie Irving, and you see him. So how can I say I could shoot my homeboy or a back door? I got the shiesty mask and all of this, but
Right.
And y'all put millions of dollars behind this. You gotta this is by design. Like, how are we so free to put this type of music out? Why these labels? You had Leo Cohen on Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne asked him, "Well, why? If you know you had a drug problem, and he was on the lean, said why y'all still promoting?" He said, "Well, my family got to eat too."
Right.
But at the expense of my family, at the expense of my life. And I'm like, y'all ain't seeing, we the only people on this earth that think we don't have enemies, dog.
It's crazy that we think that way, because you see all the slavery, racism, systematic. It's crazy that you would say that, but then you get on social media, you always hearing black people talking about racism and what they done and Tulsa, Oklahoma's and all of this stuff from the past. Do you think they really believe that we don't have no enemies?
And now, what they use now is Donald Trump is the figurehead of targeting black folks, from the women losing the job, taking away these DI programs and welfare and all of this. This not y'all think this man is making these decisions in an office where he's sitting by himself?
No,
you can't be that fucking stupid.
Definitely not.
A president does not run the company. They're the face of the company. They don't run it. It's a board that you don't know or see or hear.
Hell, you got to think about it. Before he passed, he still got to run it up the flagpole with the Senate and the Congress and all that.
Yeah, it still got to get approved.
Right. So it ain't like he could just go, and that's one good thing I guess about America, that it still got to be ran up a certain type of way. It can't be just a dictatorship where one person get in there and say, "Hey, what I say right here go, what I say
Yeah.
right there go." So I guess that's one good thing, but the idea, and I get it. And I guess what you said might have some validity, that black people think we ain't got no enemies, because we still see people signing up in 2025 and still complaining about bad contracts. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like we still see that people still getting fucked over. I don't even understand why people are. Well, I get some of it. They kind of cornered the market. So if you want to put your streaming out, it's gonna go on one of these platforms. You want to get your music out, you got to play the game, play ball, or play with some balls. Who knows? So it's sad that when you see what's going on out here, you be like, damn, why y'all just didn't, quote unquote, like like Andrew Tate said, get out the matrix. But it's like, if I want to put this music out, how else do I do it?
And just think, why is a Jew worried about a hood bitch and a trap nigga from Memphis so goddamn much? Why is a Jew worried about a trap nigga and a hood bitch shaking ass? Why are they so invested in that?
Well, it's the reason they so invested because you're the cash cow.
Yeah, so that I'm not saying it's a rhetorical question, but I'm talking to the black. Why you think this motherfucker so invested in you? You think it's just they already got all the money?
See,
they control the money. Why would you see what I'm saying? Like, you think they want to make them 5 million, them 5 million they gonna make off you? They already made 100 billion. Right. They print the fucking money.
Right. They were saying that the odds of all of these companies to be all pretty much ran by Jewish people, the odds is like 0.0000000 point something percent. It's like, it's damn near impossible for all of y'all to be starting all of these companies from the same background and race, and all of y'all are successful. That's damn near impossible.
Damn near impossible, dog. The prisons, the labor owners own the prisons. And we're the only people we're too drunk.
Just think about this. We watch Raising Kanan, right?
Yeah.
Remember the nigga Party was in jail?
Yeah. And he made the call.
He said, I can get you out of jail by the end of the day. Then you find out the labor owner, but he was Jewish.
Yep.
Now I got the power. You went into jail, and you probably went into jail because you weren't doing what I needed you to do. Because remember, they was beefing when he got out of jail. So you probably went. I probably got something to put you in there.
Yeah.
But now I got the power to get you out.
Like I said, when I said this, on Stream Monday, we need to change what's entertaining to us. We still we on this autopilot into a burn. We're on a burning cart.
Yep.
Riding that bitch out. Just riding it out. And you hear these folks say this is the most successful campaign to date, damn near.
That's crazy.
It's the most successful campaign.
I believe it though.
I believe it.
You can see it. You can see it, the remnants of it. Like I said, even how people are okay with letting their children listen to Glorilla and all of these women being sexually active the way they do, and even make jokes about killing their kids and having all these men and baby daddy. I told her, when they start flipping it, when the men say I fucked her to the women saying I fucked them, or the men saying I got hoes to the women saying I got hoes, I knew we was doomed.
Yeah. Because
they said you could judge a race of people by his women.
Those are the crack epidemic, and we didn't, like I said, we ain't really. I should have had some video for that, but it's just this is a multi-layered conversation. The drug epidemic wasn't for the man; it was for the woman.
Yep.
So get the woman. I'm gonna get the kids by default.
Yep.
You look at family court. The woman gonna get the damn child. Right. Unfit. You see these kids being tortured, beat up, abused, unalive after going to court on several occasions
about them being crazy,
about them being in danger, and the court still say, "No, you go with the mama." That's
crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So you must understand this,
and we need to have something that holds the court accountable. If I came to you about this bitch 8 times and she finally killed her, I should be able to sue your ass.
Yeah.
I should. It's a judge need to start taking his ass to jail. I done came here 8 times to tell you about this bitch was unfit, and you still keep giving her the fucking kid. What more do I need to prove? My son and my daughter coming to me crying, telling me she got niggas in here, they smoking crack over there, or she beating their ass, she ain't feeding them on time, they bathing in dirty water. Like, I don't know what else I need to tell you, and it's gonna be hard for me to tell you, hey, They said they over there, they ain't got no hot water, or they got to bathe in the same water. I literally just seen a comedian before I came in here talk about how poor he was. He said, y'all don't understand. He said, I got out the tub, finna let the water out the tub. He said, no, your sister got to take a bath in that. And he made a joke. He said, my sister in there soaking in ball juice.
Yep.
He made it a joke, but I'm thinking in my mind, that is so disgusting that people do that. But I literally dated someone that told me the same exact shit. That they were so poor, they was taking baths. It's 6 of them now.
Yeah.
In the same water.
Yeah. It's insane, man. Like I said, it's this campaign and these agendas that keep, because they're only going to keep getting stronger. Once they got your children, now you got this new generation, and I think it's called Generation Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give a damn about no authority. Like the YNs and all that, like they don't care about authority. They don't care about church. They don't care about none of that. It's all about this chase for money.
Yeah, and like I said,
by any means.
It's not money that's the root of our evil. It's the love of it.
Yeah.
And you got so many people that are chasing something. It's crazy that we put people on the hamster wheel to chase money, but most motherfuckers don't even understand money.
Yeah.
You're chasing something you don't even understand.
To buy some shit to impress some niggas that gonna smoke you.
Right.
We just saw Skilla Baby in Detroit thinking shit sweet, then he lost his life.
Right.
Like, dog, you can't go back. You got to get out of there.
Right, unless you finna go in that wreck zone. And that's what they want you to do anyway. Either you lose your life or you're gonna go in that wreck zone.
I saw Key, and that's why I was such a fan of Young Dolphin paper route. Like Key, like said, man, he bent even I think the first time when Dolph got shot in Cat, he was out of there.
Yeah.
Like he was out of there. You can't go back. Young boy, all them JD Youngin smoked that, Fulio at the house. Smoke LBG at the house. You got to get out of there, dog.
Right.
But we gonna see, like I said, we play this last video, and then I guess we can kind of wrap it up, and you will see how young this stuff really starts.
Get your groove on. Go get that cat like a bang. Hey. Yeah, I've been going through pain. That's how they real down campus. That's what everybody's making. Throw that shit, throw it.
I mean, it was a short video, but you see this right here. This little boy can't be no more than 3 years old, 4 years old. And you see him now. If y'all don't know who that is, it's a young kid named Lil King. He from Memphis, going through a situation with his mother, got with Finesse 2 times, then got with the other guy, Hustle Cartel. So they passing this little boy around through these grown men, doing grown men activities from shooting dice, talking about hoes and all this. How do you think the development, this is what we went back to Miss Shirley, the little girl, Mariah. How do you think the development is going to be in the next 6 years if
be dumb as this?
If it fall off? I didn't been doing this, but now it's cut here.
Yeah.
I can't just go into regular around kids my age and act normal.
Right.
I can't do that. I'm fucked up.
Right.
So y'all think it's shit cute and all this, and that's why I say we got to redefine what's entertaining.
And if you hear him talk, he don't seem dumb.
Nah, he talk like a grown man.
I about to say he talk like a grown man. He been exposed to too much too young.
He can't be around kids his fucking age.
Right.
And we get behind this.
And you know what's funny? When we talk about like the social engineering, you know who put you in the mind of king that play in movies? You remember that movie Role Models? The little black boy.
I remember the movie. I can't think of the character.
I can't think of he always play like a little badass little kid, but he try to act like he an adult.
I think I know you're talking about.
I can't think of that kid name or what other but he pretty much before he got older, he would always play in movies as a little badass little kid that was always doing some adult shit. Like in Role Model. He said, yeah, I'm trying to see some boobies. He's stuck in the party to I'm trying to see some boobies. Like,
yeah.
This is stuff they think is funny, but it's not funny because now you're getting exposed to sex this early. And these white boys are the ones that over them trying to be mentors of these kids.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of weirdo shit that we call entertainment. Now, granted, it can be funny if it's for the right consumption of the human brain. Like me, I would never put my child, like seeing, I would never do my child the same way.
Yeah.
All right, now it's funny, but if you was watching, if it was some other kids watching this movie, their mind ain't developed. Every year they talk about the development of the brain getting pushed back further and further.
Yeah.
And we see this, and then it get to the point where I'm watching shows like Gold Rush. When I'm watching Gold Rush, these people own mines for so long. Basically, their children at the age of 5, 6 years old pretty much can run the whole mine, drive heavy machinery equipment, know how to wash gold, run these big plants, and they telling us that, hey, the mental development of children gets pushed back. But then I can look at these people right here where they got all this control over the kids. Ain't in school all day. Yeah. But you listen to the kids talk, listen to how they understand money, listen to them being under their parents all day. These kids are far more advanced to understand how to go about taking care of themselves, getting money, because they're not in a day-to-day dumbing down indoctrination camp like school.
I've seen the videos of this little boy. He couldn't have been no more than 3. He doing full math equations on a easel chart on a dry erase board.
Mm-hmm.
This at 3 years old, like he called the numbers out, doing full equations. So y'all ain't gonna push the development, push back to 25, all that that's bullshit.
Yeah.
When you see these kids getting doctorates at 17, graduating high school at 15, 14, going to college at 16. Nah, man, it's daily practice and discipline and focusing on that. It ain't the J's. It ain't trying to be cool. That shit was pushed on us. And granted, I love the sneaker culture and stuff like that, but when you go back and look at it and how you was introduced to it, it's almost like you ain't have a choice to say, well, I want to look at that.
Yeah.
It was just, hey, this was the cool shit to do.
And JBO said they was raised by GTA. Well, like I said, we see a lot of people. You gotta think about this. People that make tablets don't get their kids tablets.
Yeah. Bill Gates said his kids ain't got no motherfucking tablets.
You gotta think about this. You think Leo Cohen around there let his motherfucking kids listen when they was young, listen to NWA?
Hell no.
Do you think right now, no matter how much people consume rap, we see white people consume rap, do you think the average white family is letting their children listen to Sexy Red?
Nah.
I go to a Sexy Red concert. Do you know how many little girls I seen are twerking? Not just tight clothes, looking just like the Miss Shirley or whatever her name is, in this Sexy Red concert, twerking. And I'm like, I'm in here, and I'm like, oh my God, it's nothing but bitches. There's a few niggas in there because I get it. There's a lot of niggas in there because the hoes there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then I'm looking around, I'm like, it's thousands of women singing this song, dressed like a Sexy Red or dressed like a Glorilla out here in this concert.
Beyonce.
Thinking like this.
Yep.
The indoctrination, when we talk about music and hip hop, it is crazy that we're seeing this. It's scary. It is really scary. Like, you got to think about it. I don't want to be around too many niggas.
Man, and my dad like that. And I was like, man, we used to get into it. Like, because at one point I'm pro-black.
Yeah.
I'm pushing the black biz. I'm pushing black. And then I start getting into my own, and dealing with certain shit. I'm like, damn, he was right.
Yeah.
My tolerance so low, and like you said, we talked about the black fatigue. And people was like, well, what about white audacity? And I'm tired of the racism where we get to put it on racism. It's white folks' fault we do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's white folks' fault. It's white folks and Jews' fault that we act like, nah, now.
See,
so now you charged with responsibility to change. Now.
That has always been my argument, because if you're going to tell me you know about a system, which I don't think most niggas all talk about a system, there's systematic shit. But if you fucking know about a system so motherfucking much, then why the fuck y'all keep falling for the fucking system?
I don't think the people that know about it are the ones in position with the kids. They not. If you think about like myself and my, we're not the baby daddies and the bastard makers of the world. We're not the hormone. We're not in that. But the ones that are that, they so engulfed in the lifestyle that comes with that, they don't have time to go and do no research.
But the thing is, we didn't heard about racism. We didn't heard about, like I said, just how we can sit here and talk. We'll hear a NBA young boy, even though he young and had his ways and got about 25 kids now, you'll still hear a glimpse of him talking about it, and he's like, yeah, he know what he doing fucked up. Like even Boosie. Hey, I know I should have had all my children. He said this in an interview. The one thing I regret is not having all my children with one woman. But
it's
now
after the fact.
But hold on, he said this years ago, and what he didn't do, he done had 2 or 3 kids since that.
He already got 5 when I'm saying it.
But that don't mean you got to perpetuate it, because now you still got a bastard child that's gonna still add to the more degeneracy. Just because I got 5 don't mean I need to add 10. If it's 100-pound weight on my neck, don't add another 100.
I think, like I said, once you get to you can't teach an old dog new tricks in a lot of cases.
I agree.
And I try to be disciplined and try new things. You go vegetarian, do this fast. It's a task, and it take a lot of mental capacity to do that.
Right.
A lot of people ain't willing to do that.
Well, a lot of people ain't given the
don't
space
want
to
to
change.
Yeah, they
like, you got to think about just the time consumption to dial. I just think about me doing the podcast, the hours spent, the mental capacity, the late nights, just doing that, even to change your diet and change your body, the counting the macros, being precise, what time you should eat, how much water you should drink, how to work out, when you should work out, what muscle group, all this to get a certain type of look. Like, I just think about bodybuilders. That shit is so fucking precise.
My cousin Warren, Walter, shout out Walter Dale. He big dog, like professional.
Yeah.
And I see him work out, and to see him transform that shit to the man, that shit takes so much time and discipline and focus to do that. Most people can't get to that, you know.
And that's what I'm saying. Add the children on now.
Add
you want to go to work. Add you got to go party. Add the family shit. Add just your mama died. Add your all of those things you added and took your time away.
Yeah.
You ain't got time to really get dialed in on a book or sit down and decompress. That's why so many women so hyped up on dick, food, and hookahs.
Hookah and crab legs, like my boy Bevo said.
So you gotta when you think about that, so many. It's scary. Like I said, it's scary and it's scary for me because I can see it when I'm in Walmart, when I'm around other black people. I can see it on their face. They defeated.
Yeah.
And they get to the point now where we're having these conversations, and I can see it on the white people that I pass. People are defeated, and people are downtrodden so bad that they don't know which way to turn, left or right. Even how they just think about the political field, like Trump, Kamala, what you believe in, all of that. Just the voting process, all of that, who you vote for is stressful.
Yeah, you'll get isolated if you don't agree with what everybody else, the Democrat. Oh, you for Trump? Man, what? I'm not about to have that conversation, but
and think about this. They got us worried about Cassie and Diddy relationship. I remember I called you last night. I said, man, they got us worried about Cassie and Diddy. And I'm sitting here watching Senate hearings of Senator Hawley questioning, I think, Allstate. And they tried to lowball this woman. He put the pictures up there, and it's clear that the damage on these pictures is way more than $46,000. Her first claim adjuster came out and said it was going to be $500,000 worth of damage. The dude that came out and adjusted, they got him off the case, put somebody else on there, and they tried to get $46,000. And so much so that when I watched part 2, he asked, I guess his name Mike Fayito or the CEO of the company, to apologize to the lady. And then he told them, he said, y'all make $74 billion in 2024.
Yes, it's a scam.
$74 billion, but they telling us we got to worry about Cassie and fucking Diddy. I was watching the other dude, why I can't think of his name right now. He was literally reading books about transgender and transformation that's going on in schools, but they got us worried about Cassie and Diddy. One of the books was talking about a young boy getting cummed inside of by another man. And he said, he asked the dude that was on trial or that he was disposing, he said, what are y'all trying to push with this? He went and, jibber. He said, I'm trying to, like, you basically giving me fluff. What are y'all trying to push with this? Because did you hear what I read? And the dude said, well, yeah, when you read it out loud, it did sound disturbing. But then, bitch, why we don't take this shit out the goddamn out the schools then?
I remember that. Yeah.
But we worried about Diddy and Cassie, a relationship she signed up for.
It's propaganda.
That we ain't nothing about Diddy and Cassie trial that we ain't fucking know. Like it ain't no new stuff. I'm thinking we finna hear about a whole bunch of celebrities at these parties and stuff. No, it was Cassie and did, and they hired random motherfuckers off Craigslist, and they having sex, and she got her ass beat.
And it's getting millions and millions of views. Why? And we covering it because we know it's entertaining to some of our listeners. But for the most part, what the fuck did this have to do with your everyday life?
Nothing.
And why do you think mainstream media is so invested in this? Why do you think mainstream media is investing in some sex parties when you got the Abercrombie and Fitch CEO,
right,
who really got the charges? And he global. It's a few of them trafficking boys. You ain't seen them on no news yet.
Heard shit about that.
You ain't seen shit. Why you think that is? Black man is America's favorite fall guy and trash man. I've been saying this for years.
That motherfucking insurance will affect you way more when you understand the underhanded tactics they do insurance. So much so that now with the insurance, they trying to get the fuck up out of Florida. I got somebody personally connected to me now that had a motorcycle stolen from them. They said they seen a Justin 80s across the street trying to take pictures of them, trying to act like they just came up, like they trying to fraudulently act like the motorcycle was stolen. But they're
sending. I used to work for insurance for 2 companies, Allstate being one of them. And insurance is the biggest racket and scam to where you making all this profit. And I did the research. I looked at all the profits from the last 5 years. They profits went up damn near 25% every year. But it did not is claim under a bullshit nuance.
Right.
Well, you ain't mitigate, so we gotta. It's bullshit, and you know it's bullshit when they got into the bed with the government because they lobbied for it to where it's now. If you don't have insurance, it's legal penalties now.
Right.
You get a ticket, you get your car impounded, you go to jail. All this shit for what? For not having insurance.
You know another bullshit thing I seen too. They've been doing.
What that?
Classifying homes and floods.
Oh yeah, you gotta have flood insurance.
All that shit.
But your homeowners don't cover it, but your flood. Man, we did all that flood policies, all of that, and they telling these people these people stuff ain't right.
Covered. But see, what the fucked up part? The one I seen was it wasn't when the lady moved in the house. It wasn't no flood zone.
Yeah,
they went back and redid it, and so now when it flooded, well, we don't cover this. You didn't get flood insurance, and she was like, I don't stay in the flood zone. Well, as of 2022, you do, ma'am.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that they could just do this and pull the wool over your eye, do this underhanded shit behind closed doors without having to inform you.
Yep. Just like now you saw the story with United Healthcare, and they was talking about how they was denying, patients,
insurance.
certain it's bullshit, man. And like I said,
they gave us a movie about that. John Q.
Yeah.
John Q. Paying all this insurance. My son need a motherfucking heart now. Now I got to go ahead and do some drastic shit.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why a CEO would get shot on the middle of the street when we had a real life movie basically on the same shit.
Yep. My loved one died because you want some money so you can buy some bullshit. Just like the Indian, I think it was Indian, the dude in Texas.
Yeah.
That was false diagnosing people with cancer and recommending chemo.
Oh, yeah.
Send his ass 10 years. Because you want some motherfucking money so you can buy a fucking Bentley.
Right. And we gotta get to the point now is asking how much money is too fucking much.
How much money you need, dog?
If I made Allstate said they made $74 billion in 2024. You mean to tell me you can't write that lady policy out like you supposed to? How much money? Okay, you don't make 74 billion this year. You make 50 billion, but you still make 50 billion in profit. Come on now.
Come on, man. It's greedy.
And I get it, the companies that'll make money, but sometimes they gotta be like, damn, y'all just railroad people like this.
It gotta be regulated. There's no cap on, like, nah, dog.
All the shit I've been seeing, I watched another, and I don't know why the Senate hearing's been coming up on my phone, but they've been fascinating me. They had another lady because Senator Harley was talking about the lady about the insider trading.
Yeah,
insider trade. They interviewed her. She said she owned no personal stocks. 2 months later, they found out she owned some Ford stocks. Her husband owned some other stocks. She sold the stocks, and then 2 months later, she come and tell the people, "Yeah, well, I own some stocks." And then basically, she turns like, "Really? We really here to talk about myself, bitch? The whole reason you're here is for insider trading. Yes,
yeah.
This is what we talking about."
Yeah.
They said Nancy Pelosi, the way they literally have apps, and you can look this shit up. They have apps that you can sign up for that literally mimics the trade of Nancy Pelosi and her husband. They say it's damn near impossible for anybody to trade like that. Elon Musk went on Joe Rogan and told people on Joe Rogan, he said the way that they insider trading is more cynical than what you think. But I'm not going to tell y'all because I'm trying to keep my life.
Yeah.
The man said, I'm trying to keep my life, but I can't tell y'all and reveal what the fuck they doing. But this is the shit that that's going on in society that we just be thinking, okay, it's cool. Like I was telling my wife, and this was just a hypothetical. I said, do you know they use the court system to play against the little man, and they have 12 motherfuckers sitting in the box, and we still have this idea of fucking right and wrong. We have shit right or wrong that like you always say, slavery was legal back in the day. It's wrong now, but it was legal back then. Well, you'll have a man coming now on trial for tax evasion because he finagled some numbers because he didn't want to pay the government to perform some motherfucking transgender prison surgery. So he said, I don't want my money going. I want my money to go to my family. And they have 12 motherfuckers sit in the box and tell you was wrong. Or, well, I pay my taxes instead of y'all coming together and be like, hey, man, Nancy Pelosi just got $200 million.
Yeah.
Fuck that. We ain't finna, fuck that. We not finna go up here and put this man in jail when we got people doing backhanded shit, behind those shit. We're not doing that. But they still put us and pin us against each other, the little man and the little woman. Like I said, and they do it on purpose. Race, food, gender, all this melting pot shit.
Yep.
That we ain't meant to. That's why segregation. That's why they don't want segregation. If we segregated again,
we will be just fine because we won't have outside people meddling in our affairs, telling us how shit's. But nah, fuck, get out my. That's why I say we ain't pissed off yet. But y'all want to call in?
If y'all want to call in, y'all can call in right now. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video. Like I said, I kind of got a little heated just thinking about how America just work and just fuck us over. And I always say this shit. Around every corner is somebody ready to fuck your ass. It is.
And I ain't even mad at America. I'm really mad at us for keep taking it. That's really what I'm mad.
Well, I'm mad at both parties. Well, I guess you can't get mad at America.
I can't depend on the kindness of monsters. You never depend on the kindness of monsters. You got to be like, do I want to be a victim or not?
Damn that you have.
Am I ready to go or not?
You got to be a monster too, though.
You got to be a monster too. Hey, all right. Oh, okay. This how it's gonna go. Bet we gonna meet you where you at.
Yeah, you got to be a monster too. You got to fight fire with fire. Like I said, that turn, and that's another part of religion that turn the other cheek.
Bullshit.
God, the vengeance is the Lord's. All of that type of stuff. They didn't pushed on us. Slave. What they say? Slaves worship
obey your earthly masters.
Obey your earthly masters. So they didn't gave us so much bullshit to just make us soft, brittle, the food ambiguous. Boys, I get so tired of seeing these little boys walk behind their mama twerking and shit.
Shit's crazy.
Now I seen a video of the damn daddy on the damn stripper pole with his two sons. The fuck? You see that video?
It's an old video?
It just came out. I don't know if it's old, it look kind of old, but it's a dad and his two sons on the stripper pole swirling around the stripper pole.
I don't know if I saw a video like that, but I thought I did maybe a few years ago. But yeah, this is just what they say?
Y'all cooking today.
Oh, we appreciate it, man. We chefing. Yeah, because like I said, a lot of people are not mad enough. You consumed by too much bullshit, petty shit. This is real. These folks are fucking you over in your right, and they really, it's not you, it's your children.
Yep.
That's what it's about. And a lot of these debates, a lot of conversations that come up, they don't never make the children a focal point of these conversations. It's all about your goddamn feelings. It ain't about your feelings no more. It's about that child.
Right. Hell, by the time you done went through college, high school shit, they already did their job.
Yeah, you done. Like I said, I seen somebody say again with the women losing the government jobs, and the CIA say, y'all, everything, it's on cruise control now.
Yep.
Yeah, you done did your job, baby. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You done. Yeah, there ain't no more $80,000 jobs, so you're the surveys overseer, manager, direct, all that shit done.
Over.
You did your job. Go back. Yeah, we finna send you back, and now you got to make amends. And the women so disconnected, they'll be damned if they go back and deal with that black man that know what's going on. To go back to that black man that ain't gonna let them run ramp shot like they've been doing.
Well, and then I think about it is what's scary now what's scary now about them having to go back is you shitted on the nigga so hard that if you go back, I'm gonna have to rule with an iron fist. I can't let you go. Like you gotta the retribution that's gonna come from that.
Yeah.
Of you, we the most educated. We made more money than y'all. Y'all niggas ain't shit. All this paternity shit, bitch. It's gonna be hell to pay.
It's gonna be some atonement. You got, and they don't want to atone because now I gotta transform. I can't be the bad, I can't be the baddie boss babe and talk. I can't be that no more.
Right.
So if they can't be what they want to be around you, they rather not be around you.
Be around you, right?
I want to be this, so I can go be this over here, or yeah, it's fucked up.
Like I said, y'all don't let us. We as the people, we gotta put a lot of that bullshit down, and that's why when people talk about race, I already know. I always say racism is $1 billion industry, and you know that from COVID when they had the Black Lives Matter. Just think about this. We supposed to during COVID, we supposed to be 6 feet of motherfucking poet, but Black Lives Matter can have whole fucking rallies down the street. Is motherfucker dying or not? I don't know what, because y'all look mighty fucking healthy, burning down shit, protesting, putting Black Lives Matter paint on the down street and on football. Is motherfuckers dying or not? Because every time I turned the goddamn TV on, they had a counter on the bottom of the screen saying people was dying. But then y'all trying to tell people they got to stay in the house. But as soon as it's a Black Lives Matter protest rally, all of a sudden COVID don't apply to that shit. Y'all got all these gay flags and agendas and shit like that with the damn Black Lives Matter shit. So I'm like, what the fuck really going on? So when it comes to racism and shit, I understand. Hey, it's $1 billion industry. I got to keep the black man and the white man fighting. Honestly, to be truthful, it ain't the black man that keep talking about racism like that. It's really the black woman. Yeah. Like I said, it's crazy that black women love to talk about, the slave master used to rape us back in the day. If he come in and slap you with his Peter Wecker back then, but you okay, you condone slapping with the Peter Wecker today.
Because I get a check.
You get a check. You get the social to keeping up with the Jones.
Social status.
Yeah.
Social
currency. Come on now, man. Like that's why nobody takes women serious. And that's why I say women ain't finna die for no cause. Women you can't never think of a time where a bunch of women just died for a cause.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
Unless they was in the Salem witch trials. Maybe. I don't fucking know. But like I said, if y'all are watching, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video. If you want to call in, we're gonna wait on about 2 more minutes. Now I should have put this video on there what I was gonna do. It was a funny video. But like I said, if y'all want to call in, make sure y'all like the video, share the video. Outrage Wednesday. Saturday, we're gonna do a panel Saturday.
Panel it is.
Saturday is going to be called New Dick, New You.
Congratulations to Cardi B. Oh, congrats, baby. You fucking a new nigga. Yay. What? Who's that? You comment? What is that?
I'm trying to see.
Yeah, but going to the...
I think what would be good for the black community is some black militias. They can exercise their gun rights.
We should have been here. It's supposed to be 5,000 soldiers in each state.
Had that. That's why like I said, I don't take niggas serious. I get tired of hearing about motherfucking Black Wall Street and Seneca Village and flooding societies, and we still ain't got no damn military or no people that come to the aid of black people. You mean all of this shit is by design? Because like I said, common sense will tell y'all if we're gonna have communities and stuff like that, you supposed to already had your guns and check out there. Y'all was supposed to be down here. Black people was supposed to look like motherfucking Kyle Rittenhouse with the pistols by now.
They said the Boomer Nation that's the one who failed, because like I said, you got your Al Sharpton, these leaders who've been in leadership for 50 years, and you say he done took some hush money from Walmart. Because I think Walmart was doing away with, they was some of the first to do away with the DI. Yeah. And he was on the front line, so he ain't talking like he was because he didn't got some money. And
well, I don't trust no man that take whole pictures. This nigga up here, he done lost weight. Now he got his ass in the motherfucking camera in the mirror and shit. Fuck. Yeah. Take your old ass on. We don't want to see your old shriveled up ass. Nigga, you was 4. I always said that Al Sharpton was 14 when Martin Luther King died. Nigga, there's no way you used to be out here saying the same shit. You ain't put nothing together. You ain't built no motherfucking school. You ain't put no communities together. You ain't did shit. You was 14.
Paid informants, dog. They say he
You-
was informant.
Jesse
Government informant.
Jackson,
Yeah.
all of these niggas. If you saying the same shit 50 fucking years later and you ain't built, like we ain't got nothing we can put our fucking hands on that you done built to help black men, but you could march, protest, and you could be a political figure. You can go get on CNN and have these conversations. That ain't shit. Like the young black man that I just reposted that talked to Roland Martin, he said, "Well, we done bought a school, we done bought buses, we've been feeding. I got something I can show you. I'm not dependent on the government.
Facts.
Voting is cool, but I'm not dependent. I got something I can show you right now. We just bought a school. Come look at it. We've been waiting on motherfucking Dr. Umar to build a school the last 10 years. We ain't seen that bitch yet. And he'll get on here every now and then and talk about, well, somebody bust the windows out. And I was looking at this shit. I was like, what?
And nobody, like, dog, get the fuck out
You
of here.
playing now? You playing with niggas? 'Cause, hey, sisters and brother, piece of pan Africa. Hey, somebody just bust the window out the school. I'm gonna need y'all to donate so we can get the window fixed. Nigga, that window probably been bust out since you bought the goddamn school. This shit is getting like, and then that's the other part about the race shit. We allow black people to play on their emotions too, because a lot of black people are smart enough and smart enough, because these people aren't dumb. I'm smart enough to know that you're emotionally drawn to anything that I say about race, especially black women. So much so that I can be degenerate with my own fucking children that are black, two black girls. But I tell y'all, I'm the dick police and tell y'all can't be with white women. But the black women you ain't married neither one of them. And you can go in there, go to Howard, black women or whatever, and everybody scream, what?
Insane, man. Insane.
What? So like I said, it's a lot of bullshit and it's a lot of shit that y'all need to address, and we got to stop the division. When we really get to the point where a lot of people understand we need to be segregated, but we need to work together. I don't give a fuck about who you fucking, like, even like I say, even that gay shit. That shit is just to divide people, because most motherfuckers ain't gay. It's called like most people ain't gay.
Yeah.
Most motherfuckers, I got shit to do. I don't give a fuck if you sucking dick, eating pussy. Who gives a fuck? Straight or gay. Like, we got shit to do.
Yeah.
Got shit to do. I don't get how to, and then that's what y'all.
Don't go on a rant. I know you want to, because I'm like, it's just too much. It's so much that we, like I said, we try to give y'all.
Gay people must ain't got no job, because how y'all show to all the gay shit?
They got
Right now,
jobs.
we can't. Me
They
and you.
get time off. They get the you can go in there. That's in your benefit package. You can go for this, and they make that shit the best they go, man. Just like they love.
Gay people must ain't got no job, because I'm goddamn. Y'all can party the whole month.
They got
Y'all
jobs.
at all the parades.
They get the time off, and it's paid.
So you in a parade in Brooklyn and the one in Florida. You just can just go fuck it up, huh?
The gay community has a lot of financial support behind it and benefits that you will never know. Y'all be thinking these companies gonna just be 100% transparent with y'all and be like, yeah, nah. That's why they tell you don't discuss your pay with the next.
Right.
Because they telling you one thing and telling this person something else. But it's a New Normal podcast, Outrage Wednesday. Y'all need to start calling in. We want to hear y'all opinion on some of this stuff that we're breaking down. We're doing a lot of research, a lot of time goes into this to give you substance versus the everyday messy bullshit that you see on your timeline. We want to make sure you get some food and something to think about and something to really address to, like I said, or you just work your job till they say, hey, all right, we got machines here, get the fuck out. And now you finna lose your fucking mind. So,
right. Like I said, like the video, share the video. It's the New Normal podcast, and we go. Peace.